So, after over 2 years, the M52 swap TI is finally complete. I have somebody lined up, they looked at it already, tomorrow they're supposed to come buy it. I haven't posted a lot in the last year, but I've completed a lot on the car since then. So we'll go over a few things, and this will essentially be the last video with this car. So after swapping it, I've put a couple hundred miles on it in the last year. Haven't driven it a ton, but enough to kind of shake it down. Ended up having to do some coilovers in the rear to adjust the ride height. So on Bilsteins and Ibach springs in the front. I did put on a set of Forgeline RS wheels in place of the cozies that were on it. Had the car for sale for a little while. Ultimately, it wasn't selling. So put on these Mille Miglias, dropped the price a little bit, and then I got interest in the car, and now it's hopefully off to a new home. Running and driving wise, like I said, everything's complete. Haven't really had any mechanical issues with it. I had some problem with water getting in the coil packs because I didn't have the beauty cover on. But everything there's pretty much good to go. I did swap the 444 diff for a 345. 444 was great. It was open and made it really hard to drive, especially in the rain. It just spun through second gear. Ended up putting a 345 open in it with a PowerFlex diff bushing. Obviously open isn't ideal, but it works. It makes the car much more drivable. Interior is pretty sorted. I didn't end up doing the headliner like I had planned, but otherwise kind of got everything in here cleaned up. Wasn't really a ton to do in here. Swapped the 328 cluster in. That's pretty much it. ABS I had to do a little bit with a resistor and wire that in because TI and a standard E36 ABS don't function quite the same. But that's good to go now. I did do the exhaust on the car. I ended up putting a boiler catback on that I had bought. I had to weld it to the TI muffler section, or it might have even been a 328 muffler section, but welded that on and now it's got full exhaust as well. Like I said, that pretty much wraps this car up. Buyer's coming tomorrow. Should be sold then. Pretty sure I'm about 35 to 4,000 into the car. Have some other stuff to sell. I still have the black parts car as well, so I plan to either sell that as a roller. It's a Cali top. Obviously the full 5-lug setup is in the rear for an E30, but yeah, I plan to sell that, recoup some cost. I actually still have an M52 that came with this car as well. I ended up using the M52 from the parts car, but this car came with an M52 by itself, so I have that I can sell to recoup some costs as well. It's a wrap on this car. Hopefully it's off to its new owner tomorrow. The kid did look at it a couple weeks ago, but tomorrow's the day he's supposed to come for it. So with this gone, I can finally work on some other projects. My E28, my daily drivers, my truck. Got a slew of projects I can start working on. But like I said, that's a wrap on this thing. Thanks for watching.